Hi, here we are at BYU, Idaho. I'm David Palmer, statistics professor and data science professor, and I'm here with Spencer Helsley.
Yeah.
Spencer, before we get right into it, maybe you can tell us a little bit about what's your overarching research question, what you're trying to do,
Right.
and why. Why did you choose that topic?
All right. Well, I'd say one of the things for sure is that I'm super interested in the fundamentals of AI and how that impacts the job market. And my my major right now is focusing in industrial organizational psychology and kind of how that has an impact now on how we view AI, and kind of viewing that from more of a psychological perspective. But for this project, I wanted to mention a couple things. So the research question was to see the impact that AI has on the job market on specific parts of the world.
Sure.
So for this first plot, or I guess some of the other questions I focused on was the region that had the highest AI user share, and then like what region had the lowest.
And before we just jump right to the plot, I do want to ask if you had to do anything to prep the data, what did you do in terms of
Right.
modeling? What was the biggest headache to
So
overcome? And maybe you can even show the code
yeah,
that you
yeah.
used.
Let me go ahead and
to
show
do
the
that.
code for that. So just having this, first of all, it got kind of crazy because I had to mutate a character column and put it into a date time column. And especially for this first plot, that was super important because we were seeing the impact from about a year's worth of data and like kind of the shares per region. And I also saw a problem. I saw that with Oceania, one of the regions mentioned in this data, it did not have that much. And compared to Asia and Africa, that was a stark contrast to what I needed, right? But with the second plot, I was able to find that Oceania, um, with how you see it in this first plot, it looks incomplete.
And what does that mean? AI user share is what it's.
So the AI user share is focusing on the amount of, I guess, AI kind of job opportunities, AI, um, uh, how to put it, AI, right? It's people in general trying to look for jobs
Okay.
using AI. Um,
So it's a percentage of people rather than a percentage of jobs necessarily.
yeah, I would say so. Um, but in this plot, we can see the code that I used to kind of get this to where I wanted it. So instead of looking at it in a broader perspective, I tried to get the means of all of these and plot it
Okay.
so we could see better
Yeah.
how Oceania actually had more of an impact than we thought, per region. So we can see that Oceania had about 23-24%. And then this is the one that shocked me a lot, is that North America is kind of behind where Europe and Oceania are in all those.
Oh yeah, I'll let you get to that third plot, and then I have a question to follow up on that.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So we had that. And then this third plot, I ended up doing a leaflet, where we can see like the shares of the AI job postings. So when people post a job having to do with AI, um, just kind of the share they have in that.
So it sounds like the AI share actually is the percentage of postings that mention AI rather than percentage of people.
Right.
What the So what recommendations would you have for, say, a policymaker or a concerned person? Who is this targeted towards? Who's this audience
Well,
that you're hoping to influence or?
I hope to influence the audiences that are specifically looking to provide more jobs using AI, and like what different countries may be lacking in that realm.
And what takeaway message would you want those companies to have?
I would say that the market's still wide open. That there are a couple different places, especially in like Spain or even like Luxembourg, where there are many jobs using AI that are available to the general populace. So there are places where you can look and hey, you might just find a job.
If you've got the AI skills, right?
Yeah.
That's always the catch, is matching up those skills with needs. But
Mhm.
thank you, Spencer.